Ja. Das ist was.
Are you happy? Final mix.
Okay. More than less. I'm going that side.
Do they even know how deep it is? Oh my god. Oh my god.
So we've poured the second floor in the soon-to-be lounge. So while that's setting, we're going to carry on prepping this side to be insulated. So I've got to take down this little roof. The reason we had to wait with that is because obviously we were raising that wall, so we couldn't just do the insulation. So that's done. So now we're going to take this off, take the old spotlight off, just prep everything, and see what we're going to do with the mosquito door. Maybe put it on the inside of the frame, because otherwise the insulation will interfere with that. So yeah, we're going to do that, and hopefully if that goes quickly enough, we can insulate this wall quickly, and then take it from there.
No way. Well, that went quick.
Yeah, I did 1 block. Thank goodness.
Jeez, you got power, Steve.
Me. And his machine. And his machine.
Now can't everything go like that?
Okay, it's just a place. So we had to take that one little step out because it doesn't meet requirements. It was too small. And also we're going to insulate this wall on the outside. So we'll lose about 10 centimeters of this step as well. But it's okay because this is just an attic space. The only thing that's up there is our water heater. And an eagle-eyed viewer spotted last week that the roof where we raised it goes a little bit over
Just move your right hand, Steph.
Sorry.
Thanks.
goes a little bit over the edge of the doorway, but the door opens inwards, so it doesn't interfere at all with that. And I'll put a little bead of silicone in under the frame as well, because obviously water may run down there, but then at least it can just run away. It won't run into there. I do need to do the whole frame of that door anyway, so I'll do that soon.
Well, at least the step came out. Quick.
Yeah. So now I'll just fold that in nicely and then tile it like this, if we have any of those tiles left. Yeah, then that should be done.
Looking good.
I'll insulate first because then I'll have to use smaller tiles.
Oh yes, of course. Yes. Okay. So I'm not sure why we took so long to come up with this idea.
No.
Why?
Because you never listen to Steph.
Steph says I don't listen to Steph. Could be slightly true. But we wanted the mosquito door to be flush with the wall. And because we're adding the insulation.
Just to explain why, to exclude so it doesn't sit in the frame and have gaps.
Because all the hojos like to eat me. I don't know why.
So we'll cut this smaller, like we're going to do for the back one. And that's why we're putting the frame inside, so that it can sit against the frame.
Yes. So the mosquito door will be inside this frame, and the 10 centimeter insulation will start from the wall coming out, because we don't necessarily want to drill or make holes into the styrofoam, because then it looks like a wedding with confetti everywhere. And it wouldn't be as strong.
And also we'd need a 14 or 15 centimeter screw to go through to get into the wall.
So well done, Steph. Show up, Frankie.
So we'll put the frame up, and then tomorrow we'll paint it and then and then cut this to size and put it on.
Good idea. Well done, Steve. Yes, it's currently 8 o'clock, I think. And it's 32 degrees. So much cooler to work
at this
in
time
the
of
evening.
The day.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, you also feeling the heat, eh? Pois é. Coitadinho.
good as it's going to get with this wolf, eh?
So this morning we're putting up our insulation. This will be our third wall now that we're completing, right? Yes, our third wall that we're completing. It's really an easy product to install, and hopefully it shouldn't take us that long, hey Steve?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
So yes, as long as you have the right tools and the right screws, because our first time our screws were too short, so we had to cut
the fixings to the wall.
The fixings to the wall, sorry, yeah. And that was a bit of a
disaster.
Yeah.
Well, not really. It was just more.
It just took triple the time, yes.
Because then you're having to cut bits away for them to fit in to reach the wall.
Exactly.
But usually you wouldn't be using something this thick. It's only because our walls are single skin blocks that we have to use it so thick. Otherwise, it could be a double wall with insulation. Then you might only need the thinner one, 40 mil.
Yeah. So this is a 10 centimeter thickness, and so far it's been doing the job. Our first winter was extremely cold. I think the lowest temperature reading inside was 6 degrees.
It was 4 degrees.
In our bathroom.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom was 4 degrees, and in our house...
Which is as cold as the fridge, just to put that into perspective.
It was frack cold.
Yeah.
And now this winter, the lowest temperature reading was 13.
And that was without a fire.
Without a fire. And that was when it was -5 or -4 outside. So pretty good.
Much better,
yeah. And the summer, also good. I think the lowest temperature,
the
highest temperature was 24. You're right. Yeah, 24. And that's when it was like 38, 40 outside.
It's definitely made a difference.
Yes, and again, we only had the 2 walls insulated. And the kitchen.
The ceiling.
Oh, and the ceiling, yes.
The roof.
Yes, the roof, yeah. So this is our third wall, and it's the wall that gets the most sun in summer.
Yeah, most of the day. Once
the
the sun reaches about of the day, it just bakes until the afternoon.
So yes, it will be interesting to see once we finally finished insulating the whole house, what the temperature is going to be like.
It's nice to see the difference.
Yeah. So let's get cracking.
Maybe I should fill in that frame first.
Well, you're still going to be putting the render.
Yeah. Okay.
So before we get started, just want to show you, this was our first wall that we insulated just before the winter, and it's done a good job. And the second wall that we insulated was our patio of Frankie, which was this wall. So I definitely recommend the product. Hey Frankie. So Stevs is just measuring a piece to see where he needs to cut it off. Hey Kaylee Cakes.
put a couple of dollops on, and then we cover it, almost like tiling. In the beginning, we were just doing blob, 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 and then somebody suggested to us that we should do a better cover, thinner layer, maybe not as big blobs. It just sits on the wall.
Yeah, because we have the fixings as well that we
got mechanical fixings, which are long wall plugs. I can actually show you one. So it's fitting like that. So you drill through the styrofoam into the wall, then they basically sit like that. You knock them in so they recess a little bit, and then it's got the pin that goes through and expands it into the wall like a roll plug, basically. And then that is an extra fitting as well.
Yes.
Then you mesh over it, and
that's it. So we have the glue, we have the fittings.
So another layer of glue goes over the top of it with a layer of mesh, fiberglass mesh in it.
Before you render.
Yeah, and that just prevents it also from cracking on the where all the joins are. It holds it all together. It's an extra layer of fixing as well.
Yeah. And really good. I mean,
yeah, it becomes more solid than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It would be, considering it's styrofoam.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's not going to stand up to something sharp hitting it hard, but pretty solid.
So Stev's is using a product called Agua Stop.
Yeah.
It has fibers, Steve.
Yeah, it's got these fibers in, so it fills in all the little gaps along the edges. And then also what it does is when you paint the next layer of whatever waterproofing or paint you're going to paint over it, it sticks to the fibers and then goes in all those gaps. So it's sort of a double layer. I'm just thinking, do we need to paint it because we're going to be insulating, and the insulation is going to...
No, I think that's fine.
We don't need to paint.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
It won't be visible, so...
Yeah, so I'm just thinking we can save that paint for where we need it.
So no more water coming through. Smells nice.
It's a thick, awful paint. And he did warn me. He said, use a brush that you don't mind throwing away because you ain't cleaning it.
We on the way to Fundão Vet. Frankie's in the back. We noticed on Sunday after the market that he had a type of growth.
Yeah, he had a swelling on his left side of his jaw.
Yeah. According to his vet book, he has been in before for an abscess. So we think that might be it. But at the same time, he's going for
the snip.
A snip. And shame, he was enjoying his time under the car.
And suddenly we kidnapped him, stuck him in a box. Well, we didn't stick him in a box. We didn't know how to.
Yeah, so we put the leash on.
So, yeah.
Shame.
He didn't like that at all.
He didn't like that at all. And luckily our friend Fiona to the rescue.
As usual.
As usual. Thanks, Fee. Helped us get him in the box.
Yeah, but he's been such a good boy. He didn't fight at all. He fought going in the box, but he didn't fight us. He just didn't want to go in the box.
Yeah, shame. So we'll keep you posted.
Yes. Thanks, Frankie, for lunch.
So I'm not sure who's supposed to finish all this food. 3 drinks, 2 plates, full for I think was €13.70. Yes. Enjoy. So a new addition to the family. We had 2 eggs, or a hen laying on 2 eggs this week, and they were due on Tuesday. When we came to look, we could only find 1 egg. So we were looking everywhere in the box trying to find the other egg, not realizing that one had just hatched.
We never thought to count the chicks.
Yeah, never
just
thought
looking
to count,
for eggs.
Yes, never thought to count the chicks. And she's the baby of a lot and a real fighter as well.
She gets bumped around, but she still gets stuck in. Especially with the watermelon.
Yeah, so out of 15 eggs, we have 9 chicks. 9 that made it. This week we had a surprise visit from the lovely Cristina and James.
Yeah, they have a YouTube channel called The Quinta.
Yes.
They do some very good stuff done in the Algarve.
Indeed they do.
Yeah. If you haven't already watched them,
yes.
Definitely worth a watch.
Indeed.
Share the love, yeah.
Yay.
And they are as lovely in person as what they are on the video.
They are. So the 2 rooms are coming along nicely. First, this was the last floor to go in.
Which will be the lounge.
Yes, which will be our lounge.
A couple of spots I'm not happy with, but they're not too bad.
Not too bad.
For the first attempt.
Well done,
this one was the second attempt. But...
Then we have a step, which leads us into our bedroom. And it's looking good.
I'm more happy with that one than this one, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's turn around. So from this angle, I don't think it's that bad.
There's just
looks good.
I think a little high spot over here.
Mm-hmm.
But I may see what I can do with a self-leveling upper screed or something.
Or maybe when we tile.
Yeah. Then I'll just have to remember to start that side.
Yes.
So I don't ramp up.
But yes, looking good.
Yeah.
Very happy. Okay. Are we winning?
Yeah.
How's the mosquito door?
Security gate.
Oh. Yes, our security gate. Very important. Looks good.
Opens further than last time because
yes.
it's further in so it doesn't hit the bulb.
That's very cool. My much better. Oh well, we didn't get to finish our wall today, but tomorrow's another day.
Yeah.
Life happens and we just got to roll with it. And at least Frankie is doing well after his operations.
It was just an abscess that he had.
Yes, so luckily we got that in time.
Yeah. They did a couple of other tests as well while he was there, and we were just waiting for the results.
Yes, so we'll keep you posted. But from us, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
And have a lovely weekend. And até a próxima.
See you guys next week.
Tchauzinho.
Bye.
Let's go, Kelly Cake, snack time.
Now we can keep the door open.
Yes, and get some freshy. Hey, Kelly Cake, one snack. Let's go.